other Special Olympics athletes, and the community. And Hunter.
Intellectual disabilities limits understanding, learning, and problem solving. It can create difficulty with everyday social skills and practical living skills, and it starts before the age of 22. Some of the things that it limits are things like reading, concept of time, and numbers. The social skills it limits are understanding social cues, self-esteem, and knowing how to relate to others and how to follow social norms. The life skills difficulty it creates is personal care, work skills, how to manage transportation, schedules, safety, and use of money. Reese?
What is intellectual disability? Having intellectual disability or IDD can be challenging, but really I do not that much difference than anyone else living with Down syndrome means that I have care of my basic needs, but I still live with my parents, and I have a helper that encompasses me, but out of the community, and work, my parents and helper are just there to support when I need it. I enjoy hanging out with my friends, like you see right here. Singing in my church. I sing shows in church and being a leader in Special Olympics. I have life goals just like everyone else. While it might take me a little longer to master a skill, I can read, write, and use a computer. Just like everyone else. I am proud of who I am, and I think having Down syndrome is pretty awesome.
Who's next, Reese?
Understanding and accurate diagnosis. We got verbal communication, social skills, difficulty understanding weight problems, and medications. Sometimes you just might not understand what I say. Just ask me to repeat it myself. I really have to watch my weight, encourage our athletes with weight issues to eat healthy and exercise. Sometimes I get frustrated, so give me space and time to process what you say. Jennifer.
Thank you. If you can't hear us, let us know. Sometimes we don't use the mic, you know. Yeah, we whisper. It ain't like we're bashful. I'm bashful, I'm sorry.
Oh, my Lord.
It's very important as a coach that you understand your athlete's diagnosis. Athlete diagnosis might cause problems with verbal communication, issues with social skills, difficulty understanding, weight problems, or issues with medication. Many athletes take a large number of medications. Refer to the screen.
I think I went too fast.
Athletes, families, members, care providers can be the best sources for learning how to work with the athlete and their medications and the effects of their medications. Coaches, it is very important responsibility to be aware of the medications that your athletes are taking. Some medications can cause athletes to be sensitive to sun, have difficulty sleeping, or lack of energy. If you are not comfortable handling medications when training with the athlete, work with the coordinator. Chase.
Athletes with seizures. For some athletes, seizures are a regular part of their lives, myself included. The athlete's parents and or care providers can be the best source of health information. If an athlete should have a seizure, providing a safe space for the athlete is very important. Now, stay calm and move other athletes away from the area and ensure that they remain calm as well. Common types of IDD in athletes are on the screen over here. It is important to remember that every athlete is different. While we all have intellectual disabilities, we are all as different as everyone here today. So focusing on characteristics rather than a diagnosis is very important. In some cases, you may never see the athlete's diagnosis. But it's very important that you look at every athlete's medical information. Reese?
What is Down syndrome? It can caused by different DNA, frequently personality, appearance, ability, and intellectual functioning. Down syndrome means I have a little extra rod on my 21st chromosome. People with Down syndrome have similar facial features, which means we are a good-looking bunch of people. Which means we are good-looking. Okay.
It's worth repeating.
We are often sometimes shorter, but having a big personalities, like everyone other person or abilities, vary depending on lots of factors. Our parents will tell you that we might be stubborn to the next level. People with Down syndrome enjoy doing all the same things as everybody else. People greatly view us as loving and happy, but we also feel the same range of emotions as any other person. Personality, my life is very busy. When I'm not working, like arrange social activities with my friends, like you see right here, as I mentioned before. We go out to lunch together, go to the movies together, and volunteer. I enjoy spending time with my family, especially my 1-year-old nephew. Coaching tips for people with Down syndrome. We gotta speak directly to the athlete, use clear language, use short sentences, use clear facial expressions, allow time to introduce and respond, structure learning and teaching. Checks.
Athletes with fetal alcohol syndrome They often have difficulty remembering, short attention span, difficulty understanding, and often have challenges with problem solving. They are often hyperactive, impulsive, anxious, and have vision and hearing issues. Coaching tips for athletes with fetal alcohol syndrome. The main thing to remember is to have patience and communicate straight to the point. Make sure to give them rewards and support, and emphasize their strengths and abilities as often as you can. Hunter.
Autism is a neurological disorder that causes delays in development. They can range from mild to severe. It causes them to learn and process things differently than others do. It causes them to see the world in a different way, and it can also cause communication difficulty and sensitivity. Sensory consideration for athletes with autism is that some of them are sensitive to loud noises, bright lights, and crowds. Learn more about the athlete so you can help and find a quiet place for them if needed. Coaching tips for people with autism are: give notice to any changes to routine, set up steps, and talk to the athlete. Be aware if they have any unusual reactions to bright lights, loud noises, and crowd. Be creative when coaching the athlete and have fun coaching the athlete. Jennifer?
Attention deficit disorder, ADD. Some coaching tips can keep them on task by giving them something to do. You give instructions of what you want them to do, so keep them on task. If you see someone going off task, you might want to oh, come over here and help me coach them. Help me lead this right here. Show them how to do it. Have the athlete come and show them the ones who attention disorders, like maybe leading the group, and bring them back. Give them a task to do. Give clear directions in each step, and after you get the steps of direction, after they understand what you just repeated to them, and then maybe demonstrate it for them. Because we can say things, but some people like me, I'm a visual person. I like to do things visually. Show me how to do this. As you saying me, tell me how to do it. Show me how to do it at the same time. Build self-esteem. Once they do the task you ask them to do, good job. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you. You did it very well. Come and show me. Help me again to help your fellow athletes. Help manage frustrations. Everybody's not gonna get it right the first time. And sometimes people have a delay in what they're hearing and how to do the task. Some people will stand back there and you're like, are you listening? You're like, taking everything you're saying, processing it, but they're not responding. But when you tip them on the field right there, bam, got it down pat. So then helping manage frustration. Somebody might get frustrated by doing it. So when they get frustrated by doing it, it's okay. It's okay. Pull them aside. We're gonna work on this. Maybe slow it down. Maybe have somebody else show them, or have another fellow athlete come and put them on the side and have them do it with them. A couple of more times. They were doing softball or something. It's okay. Put the glove up there. Maybe start rolling the ball to them so they put it in the glove before you throw it to them. Finally, an outlet for high energy. Ooh-wee! That's one of the famous ones right there. You try to explain something, somebody's like, can't sit still. You gotta add some things. It's okay though, it's okay. That's when you give them another task to do. Like, okay, you did a good job running the bases, and run them one more time. Show us how to do it. Don't skip no bases. And so you run the energy out of them, but then when you get tired, put me back around. have activities, participating with various activities. Set up stations, various activities, set up stations. 15 minutes at this station. After 15 minutes, switch. Make sure everybody get to go to the same station. But if in the process of going to that station, you see somebody getting frustrated, don't get it as well. Let them know it's okay. If you didn't understand or you didn't get enough time at that station, let me know, and we'll work it out for you. Let's see, I think it's Hunter next.
Orthopedic disabilities are a group of permanently disabling symptoms resulting from damage to the motor control area of the brain. Examples of orthopedic disabilities are cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, and severe arthritis. The physical challenges they have is, in addition to IDD, some of your athletes may have physical disabilities. Learn the rules for using wheelchairs or devices in competition. Adaptations are possible for those with visual or hearing impairment. Jennifer?
Athletes is athletes. Every person you meet in this big, beautiful world is different from the next. It's the same with Special Olympics athletes. Just like coaching in a school, a community league, or a pro league, you must get to know your athletes. Each coach on Special Olympics athletes coach of Special Olympics athletes is no different. They are all individuals. They are all unique. They all are different. Chase.
Person-centered training. Athletes may respond in many different ways. So don't make assumptions. Focus on each person's strengths and abilities. Like I say, some diagnoses are unknown. So sometimes assumptions are made about the individual due to their diagnosis. Person-centered coaching focuses on the individual's needs, purposes, and strengths of each athlete rather than a one-size-fits-all approach. Always treat athletes with respect and honor their dignity. Use language that empowers and supports them. Set personalized goals that align with each athlete's abilities, interests, and aspirations. Like all athletes are different, all athletes learn differently and at different paces. Breaking down skills into smaller steps is very helpful. You can start with simple skills and progress to harder skills when the athletes are ready. This will ensure that the athletes are confident in mastering the skills. Hunter.
Learning. Patience is important when it comes to learning. Emphasize progress over perfection. Provide one-on-one assistance in situations where it will be helpful. Do not lower your expectations. And when an athlete doesn't achieve quickly, it does not mean they can't do it. You are building sports skills through progression each time you meet your athletes. Review and remind. Use consistent terms to improve their memory. Use simple verbal keys to help athletes remember sequence of movements and give instructions in 1 or 2 parts at a time. Other coaching tips for memory is do activities over and over, don't be boring, and teach in multiple ways. Reese?
So some athletes might have trouble communicating. So like we got nonverbal communication is powerful. Be mindful of facial expressions and gestures. Remain positive and encouraging. Some athletes may be nonverbal, but they still know to communicate. Pay attention to your facial expressions or gestures. They should be positive. Also remember, some of us are older than some of you. So please talk like us, like an adult, not children. Getting to know sign language. We got hello.
Tell them to do it with you.
Please do it with me. We got hello. And we got thank you. And hail.
How about yes and no?
And yes, this is. And this is no.
Bathroom. Hey, wait a minute. Do bathroom because that's an important one.
And bathroom.
Bathroom.
I'm sorry,
Jennifer. Concentration. Concentration.
Concentration. Sensory stimulations can help with an athlete's concentration. Fidget items like stretch balls, for example. Also moderate challenges, not too easy, but not too hard, can also improve an athlete's concentration. Pair work for athletes pair them up with other athletes so that they can learn to work together. Jennifer?
Meeting individual needs. Learn the individual's behaviors. That's very important. Be encouraging to them. Always tell them they're doing a good job. If they don't understand something, explain it to them. And then try again. No problem. You didn't get it this time, it's okay. Try again. Have the athletes succeed, Everybody's different on a different level. So they're gonna need your help, and you're gonna need their help. And so once you find out the frustrations of the individuals that need more help than normal, and the team is a team. We all a team together. So once we get into this thing, these practices and stuff, I know we got so much time, only but so much time. But then if one of the individuals needs some help, ask them, you know, if you have more time to give them, give it to them. If you have more time to give to them. You know, come we'll meet here, right here. Not how to meet with the home team, but me and you can meet if I have the time. If you need more help doing something. Best focus on behavior rather than the special diagnosis. Encourage and help everyone to succeed. Practice time. And ain't on me. But thank y'all though. This be mindful and have fun. The whole thing is about having fun. Make it fun for you, make it fun for the athlete, and it all work out. It all gel together, and then you'll find out, you'll be like, wow, we have blossomed a flower here. It started hard. I had the opportunity to become a coach. I was a coach. My first year, when I got certified as a coach, I ran track. With Special Olympics, I went my first World Games in '95 in New Haven, Connecticut. I was a track star. You know, I thought I was anyway. I got up in there. I got up in there at the World Games and Italy and Jamaica and them coming up the track. I'm like, I ain't such a star. You know, I said, okay, I'm a pony. I'm not a Trojan. I'm a pony. So, but I made it through. I did my first World Games. I made it through. I ran. I did my job. I ran my race. That's the whole point, my race. But then I became a certified coach. And guess what? I got 4 athletes, all girls. My first year I'm coaching now. And they said, Jennifer, guess what? I said, what? You gonna take your athletes to the World Games? I said, what? To the World Games? Yes. I've been to World Games as an athlete, but I never went to no World Games as a coach. 4 individuals I did not know. You know, they gave me these 4 young ladies. And I had a Trojan. I had one who never left home from her mama. I had to take my room, my mattress downstairs to sleep with her because she was scared. I mean, all things come up when you become a coach. A lot of things come up. But I had to adapt. I had one with boy crazy, you know what I'm saying? Boy crazy cigarette smoke. What I supposed to do with that? You know what I'm saying? I had to adapt. Like, leave the boys alone and the cigarettes, okay? Then we hit it with a track. And I hit it with my boys and cigarettes. You know, but I had that. And so I had to watch her, keep her close, keep the one who was scared close, and the other one who was the Trojan in my group, she had a wall up about this big. I had to break through that wall, emotional wall, from stuff she had at home. Yeah. I had to come through that. I understand, but I had to give her time to understand me. Because we had to become a team. I had to overcome all these obstacles. But with the grace of God, I did. And we had a phenomenal time. In Ireland, of all places, Ireland, where Guinness was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know about the cigarettes, but they had boys. And you know, I'm like, come on back over here. We had fun, though. We had fun. And now I can tell that story because I became a coach for the first athlete in North Carolina become a coach. Athlete become a coach in Special Olympics. And I had to go to World Games, and we met Muhammad Ali, and we met a whole lot of people. But it was all becoming a team with these 4 individuals, different age groups, different dynamics. But we did it. And I'm here to tell you, you can do it too. And it's gonna be all right. And you gonna make it through all these practices and all these challenges. But guess what? At the end, we shall see the finish line, okay? Might be last, but maybe second, might be third. But we're gonna be there at the finish line, okay? All right, practice.
Jennifer.
Yes.
Got a question. So you said you became a coach.
Yes.
You trained today. For all of these coaches who are working with our athletes, what does that process look like in identifying athletes that can take that next step in becoming a coach? Or maybe those athletes that want to become a coach. What does that look like? What did that look like for you?
As you run these practices, you'll find leaders in your group. You find hidden gems because they take the initiative to help their fellow athletes. They take the initiative to show them how to do it. You know, because some people just stand around like, I went to the coach, tell me what to do. And some are like, okay, I got it. Then you see somebody struggling, and then take the initiative to, you'll see leadership. You'll see leadership. So be mindful and look for leadership within your group, because you may have friends among friends who've been playing with each other forever, but they take the leadership to help somebody who have not been playing forever. Or they take the leadership, the initiative to help you find somebody. Tell you what, Jane over here struggling, can I help her? So that's what it looks like for me. Any more questions?
I know y'all got questions.
Yeah, anybody got questions for?
I got so many questions for Jennifer.
Go ahead. I mean, you got it.
No, that's a good point, and I bring that up because obviously Jennifer, so you're getting what sport today?
I'm doing bocce.
Doing bocce? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going outside my comfort zone. But I do play. I have played bocce before. I love bocce. I did, but like I said, time. I also work for the Special Olympics North Carolina. I also it's one of my jobs. I also work for the city of Winston-Salem Parks and Rec. That's my second job. Also I got a client. Also, but it's all by the grace. So I wear many hats and turn them different ways.
Yeah, and I'll just say too, as you guys are seeing, I'm Nathan, by the way, on staff. Sorry, I'm going off script here. But as you guys are in your practices and you're looking, like Jennifer said, right, you're finding those hidden gems, those leaders. That is an option for athletes to be in the seat that you guys are in today. They don't necessarily need to take coaching SO athletes sometimes, but just be looking at those things. We are starting to see a lot more of that, and Jennifer, part of your role and work with Sherry and Christine, who's also on our staff, is looking at ways to really give our athletes an opportunity to not just compete, not just practice and play, but also lead. And as we kind of go into this, continuing to move the movement forward, I think that's going to be really important. And you all, your athletes better than I do. We're Tylene. We get to see athletes, handful of times a year at events, which is great, but really encourage that. And if you have questions, let us know, because we were seeing a lot more of it, which is great, but I know there's a lot more athletes out there that can do that. And it doesn't have to be a head coach. They can be assistant coaches with y'all. And it's also a great way for those athletes. I think Reese, you mentioned it, right? Sometimes you're older than some of these coaches are. And our aging athletes, it's a real thing, y'all, where the movement is 57 years old this year. And we have athletes who have been nearly at the beginning, athletes that are still that were at the beginning of SONC, which was in the 70s. So as you guys look at that too, there's a lot of athletes who may be getting older and they don't want to give up the sport, but they also don't want to play anymore. They just don't know how to tell you. And coaching, team managers, all those things are a great way to kind of get them to still be involved, because Special Olympics is a huge part of their life. But at the same time, not force them, but not, give them those other options so they can still stay involved. So, again, sorry, y'all. I try not to talk. But.
No, it's cool. It's cool. And nothing, like, if you, when you're doing practices, you're like, okay, y'all doing a circle, y'all doing exercise, y'all doing stretches before y'all doing your warm-up. And find out who want to lead the warm-up. And find out who likes to talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? He always talking to you all the time. Be like, okay, we're talking to you, So, okay, so fine. You got it. You like to talk, and I see you like to talk. This practice right here, I'm gonna have you lead. Give you the instructions. This is what I need you to tell your fellow athletes, and I'm gonna do the demonstration. You do the talking. I'm gonna let you lead. But I'm gonna let you do the talking. I'm gonna lead. I'm gonna do the demonstration. And the athletes right here might be good for this up here. You know what I'm saying? It's an option for them. This is an option for them, because we all play sports. We all play. They still play. I can't play no more. I'm good. But I'm here for my athletes. I'm here for the next generation. I'm here for those who's coming up. You know what I'm saying? I want to be an example. I might can't get out there and jump with you, but I sure can lead you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's my goal. And that's what I want y'all goals to be also, So, Mrs. Shriver gave us seeds. And so she planted the first seed, now we got to plant our seeds. And now look at the garden she made. See the garden? See? We're blossoming. We're blossoming here in this room. So everybody got the individual garden. I need y'all to come plant y'all seeds and show us y'all gardens. In the springtime, wintertime, whenever time. Okay? All right, here we go. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, athletes. Please give them one more hand. They did such a great job. Now now I have to follow them with the boring part. Stop practice.